Right guys, here's just a little talk about what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of videos to do with the Jeep really. So firstly, for those of you who are interested in shovels, I managed to get hold of another one. So I've now got the one on the right, which is the True Temper, and this new one which came from America. A guy had a whole load of them again. This one, he said, was from a company sort of trenching outfit or something like that. I mean, they obviously supplied with a load of shovels to a company, and this is one of the new old stock ones. She says it was repackaged in the 50s and was original World War II, and it looks pretty good to me. It says WS&T Co. number 2 USA, and those are the only markings I've been able to find on it so far. But I mean, it looks to be in its original paint, slightly different colour to the other one, but it looks pretty good to me. So I'm quite pleased with that. So there's another shovel for you. So for those of you wondering why I haven't got one shovel, I now got 2 shovels to fit. So that's all good news. But what we're going to look at then was, well, redoing and rebuilding transmission on the Jeep. So the transmission on the Jeep was pretty good. When I rebuilt it, well, when I first had it, it was running okay. It was pretty good. It changed gear and everything with no issues. And so when it came to putting it back together, I found some of the teeth had, some of the gears had teeth missing, and you know, there was cracks and issues like that. So I swapped over some parts, put it back together and called it good, which was unlike what I did with the rest of the Jeep and the engine, for example, where I completely rebuilt everything and made sure it was all perfect and what have you. So it was a bit of a gamble really. Guys online were saying, you know, don't do that, don't just part swap, it's a waste of time and money, it doesn't work. And those guys were pretty much right really. I mean, the transmission works fine really. I mean, I don't think anyone would be able to tell from watching the videos that there are any issues with it, and you can drive it with no issues whatsoever. However, going from first to second does cause, when it's cold, there's a bit of grinding initially. If you do it really fast as well, there's a bit of grinding. So the synchro is just not working. You don't get that with a synchro from second to third. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the transmission and transfer case, and I'm going to rebuild them properly this time, so that the quality of the rebuild on the transmission matches the rest of the Jeep. And it's what, mid-March now, so shouldn't be too much of an issue to get that done in time for actually needing the Jeep again, so it can have a couple of months off while we sort this out. But yeah, it's something I want to do, and you could probably get around, I don't know, the transmission will probably continue going for thousands of miles, but it could also only go for a couple more miles, so who knows. So I'm going to do it now while everything's still fairly clean on the Jeep and not all rusted in and things like that, so it should be done. So what we'll have to do then is we'll have to start off by taking off all these covers, take the top off, take the transfer levers out, so we can drop the transfer case out from the bottom, the transmission out from the bottom, so they've got to come out. I'm going to remove my pedals as well to get to rebuild the brake. The brake pedal needs rebushing. I couldn't get someone to do it at the time, so that's going to get rebushed. There's a guy who does that, so he's going to rebush that for me, which is good. Exhaust has got to come out, skid plate comes off, then with my new transmission jack, going to drop out the cross member here, drop it down onto there, and take it out with the bell housing. Now, taking it with the bell housing seems to be the best way that people have said to do online. Easiest way to get it realigned and back in. So also got to remove the accelerator linkages, and I've got to remove the speedo cable drive and the clutch tube. So there's a couple of bits which have got to come out with it. So, oh yeah, and the radiator's got to be drained, and these got to be loosened so that the engine can move a little bit as well. My concern is the top bolts, which we can just about see in there. You can see those top bolts there holding the bell housing to the engine, is reaching those ones. Now, no one online said it's a real big issue, so perhaps it's not going to be too much of an issue, but then again, maybe it's going to be a huge one. We'll see. It's just about access, isn't it? So hopefully I'll be able to get the access to do it. But that's what we're going to start doing then. So firstly, I'm going to get that the brake and accelerator pedals off and get those out, so I can send that off to the guy to be redone. And then we'll move on to taking the top off, and we can have a look inside transmission and work our way through that, inspect what it looks like, so you can have a look at what a not perfectly done transmission with some repro parts looks like after 1,000 miles. I expect to find a good amount of shavings, and we'll have a look at the oil, and we'll have a look at the teeth, and we'll see how everything survived. I don't expect it to be fantastic, but it'll be useful and interesting for us to have a look at, and then we'll go through rebuilding the transmission as well. So we've got all that to look forward to. Right, well, might as well get started then.